This is your transition. Breathe and begin.
Welcome to day 5 in our final part of our series, The Resilient Leader. And because it's Faith Friday, you know what it means. We're going to talk about our faith. I have truly enjoyed all 5 parts of this series. And maybe this is your first time looking at one of these videos. I encourage you to go back and look at the other 4 parts of this series. These videos are short, content-packed, and they're designed to help you navigate seasons of uncertainty or transition. But today, I want to close this series out with something that's at the foundation of resilience, of my resilience, and that is my faith. And today's message is, Jesus never promised us easy. He promised us presence. If you're walking through one of your hardest seasons right now, I want to remind you of this. Jesus never promised an easy life for any of us, but he did promise he'd be there with us. Now, I could easily use up so much time telling you about the hard things that I had to go through in my life. And I'm sure if you look through your own life, you would say the same thing. Maybe it was, your career, the loss of a loved one that you're probably still grieving, the loss of a job, or maybe you prayed for something and the answers didn't come the way that you thought that it should come. But I want you to think about something. Do you really want everything in your life to come easy? Because if everything came easy, what would you learn? How would you grow? At what point would you discover what you're really made of? And more importantly, how would you learn to trust God in any season? Remember what I told you at the very beginning of this series. Resilience is not something that just shows up during a storm. It's something that's built along the way. So how do you prepare yourself for seasons of uncertainty, transition, and doubt? You build your faith. You learn to trust God when things are going well. And when things are difficult, you lean into your faith. Isaiah 41:10 tells us to fear not, for I am with you. Notice what God did not say. He didn't say, you'll never have fear. He didn't say, you'll never experience disappointment. And he never said, you'll never experience change. You'll never experience any loss. You'll never walk through seasons of uncertainty. But the promise is that he is with you. And sometimes that promise is all we need to hold on to. Because resilience is not saying, I have it all together, when you know deep down inside you know. Resilience is every day I choose to put a smile on my face, knowing who's walking with me through my journey, knowing who's with me during my seasons of uncertainty. And for you, sometimes resilience will sound just like this. God, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, but I know you're with me and you're going to walk with me through this. That's faith and that's resilience. And that's what I like to call that God confidence. Not the confidence that I have all the answers. Not the confidence that I have it all together. But the confidence of knowing that things are going to work out and they're going to work out according to his plan. So, as I close out this 5-part series on the resilient leader, I'll leave you with this. Build your resilience. Develop your growth mindset. Strengthen your emotional intelligence. And then create an environment where people feel safe enough to speak how they truly feel. And finally, don't forget your faith. And don't forget to strengthen your faith. Because your leadership and being a leader, it will be tested. Transition will happen and transition will strengthen you. Life will surprise you. And some seasons will bring storms you never thought you would see. But Jesus never promised it would be easy. He promised presence. And sometimes knowing who walking with you, who's walking with you, could give you enough strength to move forward. So this weekend, I want you to reflect on some things. Before you leave, I have a question for you. Think about the hardest season you've had to endure in your life. What did it teach you? And then take a moment and share it with me if you want to share it with me in the comment section. Your story may be exactly what someone needs to hear. Now, I want to thank you for joining me in the Resilient Leader series. And remember, you don't have to know what's coming next. You just have to know who's with you in the next phase of your life. So if you're navigating change or navigating transition, follow Tech, Leadership, and Faith with Adrian, where every week I share practical leadership, faith, and career advice to help you grow, lead, and thrive. I'll see you on the next one, and have a blessed weekend.